a merger that could essentially wipe out all the mom and pop stores in Thailand has sparked a public outcry leading to legal action. Consumer groups led by the Foundation for Consumers on March 15th filed a lawsuit against the Office of Trade Competition Commission, or the OTCC. The case calls on the administrative court to cancel OTCC's decision to allow agribusiness giant Jalal Pokapan Group's acquisition of UK retailer Tesco's operations in Thailand. This call is also backed by a veteran economist. OTCC, Thailand's antitrust authority, voted 4-3 last November to allow CP Retail Development Company to acquire Tesco Stores Thailand in a 328 billion baht deal. Before this acquisition, CP Group already had around 12,000 7-Eleven convenience stores in Thailand, as well as a chain of Siam Macro wholesale stores. Meanwhile, Tesco Asia oversees 200 Tesco Lotus hypermarkets and some 1,600 Tesco Lotus Express convenience stores in Thailand, as well as 74 in Malaysia. Consumer groups argue that after the acquisition, CP's share of the wholesale and retail market will rise to 83.997%, resulting in a market monopoly.
And the consumer group added that CP is already dominating the agribusiness and food sector as it produces both downstream and upstream products. Though most trade competition commissioners acknowledge that the two retailers who run 7-Eleven stores and Tesco hypermarkets are dominating the Thai retail sector, they claim that this presence is not strong enough to be considered a monopoly. Hence, they decided to give the acquisition a green light, but with conditions. So there are 7 conditions, but 2 key ones are that the retail giants are not allowed to acquire another retail business for 3 years, and the proportion of small business or community products on store shelves is increased by 10% annually for 5 years. Tesco is also not allowed to change the contracts it has with existing suppliers for 2 years. Consumer groups, however, want more. They said that if the court decides not to throw out the OTCC ruling, then CP and Tesco should be required to sell part of their retail businesses. They said that CP should also be prohibited from opening new retail outlets for the next 10 years. The groups are also seeking a court injunction on the acquisition until a final verdict is issued.
So what chances do consumers have? Nippon Pongsakorn, an academic at TDRI, agrees that this acquisition translates to a monopoly, especially in rural areas, where CP holds 100% market share as all convenience stores upcountry are CP owned. He also said that consumers will have no other choice but to buy goods from just one giant group.